Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. And today in this video, we will talk about the feature engineering. So now, first of all, I need to tell you what is the feature engineering. Feature engineering is one of the important step in AI, machine learning, and data science when we create some new features from the old features and we some or we can some do some changes into the old features in order to make in order to make the columns of our model better. For example, if I have a model, let's start with an example, and that in that example I will tell you that how we can do the feature engineering. First of all, import some libraries such as pandas and numpy, because these are the important libraries when it comes to the any data science subject or any data science project. So here we will actually first of all import the data. I have created a dummy statement here because I don't have any domain knowledge. So in feature engineering, domain knowledge is one of the important thing. If I click on df.head, will it work? Yes, it has worked. So this is actually the data for the data set which I want to predict the price here. I have been given the CPU, RAM, and GPU. It is, as I told you, it is the dummy. It is the dummy statement. Now I contacted my stakeholders, for example, and he told me these are the columns, and you need to make a model which can take the CPU, which can take the RAM, which can take the GPU, and it will predict you what will be the price of the price is in euros. You can convert it by your own into your own you can say currency. I'm Pakistani, so I will go with the PKR. So first of all, we need to actually we need to make some new features from these features, and we need to make it stable, because you can see here it has been written that Intel Core i5, Intel Core i5. Now if I click on the counts here, if I click on the count here, dot value dash counts, when I click on the counts here, so it has been clearly seen that these are my columns. Now the if you judge these columns, then we have Intel Core i5, and then this gig 7200, 7700, 7500. So we need to make it a standardized. For example, I only need to make it Core i5, because I don't think so we need this thing currently, just to make the thing simple. You will have to contact the domain expert to get the idea that which type of thing should be included in our model, which not. But I'm making a dummy statement, as I told you. So I will only take Intel Core i5 here, just to standardize my model, just to make my just to standardize my columns here. So here I will only take first three. If I take the first three here, I will get Intel Core i7, Intel Core i7, Intel Core i5, because it will actually make my column more stable. Instead of taking this data, it will actually make my column complex. If I take only this thing, Intel Core i5, Intel Core i7, then it will make my model, it will standardize my columns, because there will be Core i5 will repeat a lot, Core i7 will repeat a lot, and when it repeat a lot, it means that it will be varies with the price, it will be varies with the price with varies with this thing. So in this way, it will actually better for me, it will be better for me when predicting the price using this model. Okay, so we will only take the first three, just to standardize the things, because I don't need this type of things. So how we will get this thing? We will apply actually here the lambda function. Okay, so in the lambda function here, we have df cpu dot apply here, because I want to apply on the CPU here. And in the apply function, I will write as lambda x. You can name it as your own, lambda x. Now what I want the x to be split by space. What do you mean split by space? Space means whenever there is a space, it will make a multi first of all, it will make a multiple list. How it can made? For example, what if I show you, if my model if the first value is Intel Core i5, then what will we do? It will actually hash, what's the hash? It will actually, first of all, when I click str split by space, Split by 5 is nothing to do. It will actually take the first statement here, intel, then there is the space. So intel will be our one list, intel will be the one list. Then it will move forward. Now it will take the core. When here is space, core will be a second, and it will take the five. It will actually, where is the place, it will on that where the space, on that space it will replace the comma, and after that it will make a new list here. So it will make a multiple list based on the space. Okay, now I think you will be understanding very well here. So x dot split on the space here, split on the space, and how many elements I want? I want to go, I want only three elements, I want only three elements. So I want him to go from 0 to 0 to 3. 0, if I go from 0 to 3, then it will move from 0 to 2, because whenever we take an index which is at the end, it has not been selected, it has not been selected, one less than has been selected. For example, if I want plus 3 element, if I want plus 3 element, then the index of first three are 0, 1 and 2, 0, 1 and 2. I will at the end put here 3 instead of 2, I will put here 3, because whenever you want any type of index, you will have to write one more than that index to get that index. So if I click here, run on the run, okay, there's some error I think. So here you can see I am getting all these things, Intel Celeron Dual, Intel Celeron. Now just check the thing. If just check this thing, we have so many categories. But when I convert it into this thing, you will say our category will be less. Whenever our category will be less, that means that our model will perform better, because it will be some values that are repeated, and it will be a lot of you can say it will make our model better. For example, if my model has 1,000 different categories and one model has 100 categories, so that 100 categories will perform better. It will in a sense that it will don't go to the complexity. It just you can say it, when I pass this thing to a model, my model will perform better. It will be fast as compared to the 1,000 categories. It will be easy for my model to extract, to make a patterns. Okay, so now this thing, now I got this thing, but I also need to join this thing. So here I will apply that dot join. If I click or dot join, then it will, you will see the magic here, dot join, and I want to join it by space. Here I have joined it by space. Join means whenever I have a list here, when I will not use the join function here, instead I only split the value. And as you saw that I was getting a list. First list was intel, the second was core, and the third was i5. Now I don't want in this way, I want to join all of them. So for joining them, I use the join function, and I told them you should join by space. If it join by space, then it will take that intel core, and it will be joined this by space. So I will replace all this thing with the cpu, with the cpu. But before that, I need to tell you something. Let's check the unique values in the cpu. Let's check the unique value in our old cpu column, dot n unique. So if I click here, there are 118 unique values. Now let's check the magic. I will replace this thing, the whole function, the whole elements with the cpu, and it, you will check the unique value, how many unique value there are. Dot n unique, because it has been 40. So we actually has engineered one, we has performed, we have performed the engineering of one topic. So congratulations, you have done an amazing thing, because we have actually solved the miswriting, or you can say we have solved the problems in the cpu column. Now let's move toward the ram column. Let's move towards the ram column. We have a ram dot value counts, dot value dash counts. Now in the RAM, it has been clearly seen that we have a GB column. When I put that value into when I will enter that value into that value into my model, it will not work because we need to remove the GB and we need to convert its type from a string to an integer. Let's do it. So for example, we will also apply the lambda function on the RAM here. The lambda function on the RAM. Okay. So dot apply lambda. You should use the lambda function because it's a shortcut to perform any small calculation on the data. Lambda x can be variable. You can take y. You can take any type of variable. So I tell that you replace x in at the x. You replace GB, not BG, GB with nothing, which means you just remove it. And if I run it here, if I run it here, RAM. There's an error. I actually wrote the name. It was a naming problem. As you see, it has replaced and everything. So now store it in a RAM. So it will be clearly seen that you have replaced RAM. But if I click here, dot value counts, then you will check that RAM have also been replaced. 8 GB, we have 16, 4, 16, 6, 12, 2, 32. Now there is a one problem. If I check the data type of a RAM here, dot info function will give me the data type. Then it is an object type. You need to make it an integer. So how we can make it? df.ram is equal to df.ram dot as type. Okay, I want the RAM to be in an integer. So if I click again on the, it has been made as integer. If I click again on the info, then it will tell you that it is integer 64 or 32. Okay, integer 32. So okay, we have done with the RAM. Now the next is GPU. The next is GPU. If I click on dot value counts, believe me, you need a lot of, you can say, you need a lot of domain knowledge while doing this thing with the, while pre-processing with the GPU. So let's you can say let's explore the GPU. In the GPU we have columns dot Intel HD graphics, Intel HD graphics. Now Intel HD graphics has been repeating a lot, so it means it will be one of our features. We don't need that 540 520. We only need Intel HD graphics. We don't need that 620 520 and 620 1050. And we have nvidia geforce GTX. So as we have done in the past column, that was CPU column, we will also do the same thing in this column. My English is a little bit weak, but I hope you understand, and I'm making myself a little bit, you can say I'm making myself day by day better just to communicate with you efficiently. So okay, now let's do the same thing with the GPU here. So with the GPU, dot apply here, dot apply lambda 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 x, I apply here lambda x. And now what should I want? I only want the first three element of x. So here I will go with the x dot split. First of all, we need to split it by space. There is a space, we need to split it by space. And in this space I want plus three element. So I will start from the zero index, and which element I want? 3. If I want the 3 element, that my index will be end with the 2, but I need to write the 3 because the last index has not been counting. So we will go with the 3 here. So now there is a problem. We need to also join this thing. Now we need to join now we need to join it from here. Dot, we need to join this thing by space. Dot join. Whenever I get the value of x, join it by the space. Now it will work. Join it by the space. Okay, it will join now. Okay, and again store it in a CPU, a GPU. Now I will first of all tell you that how many unique values were in the GPU. Dot n unique. Now you need to make the features as less as possible in order to remove the complexity of the model. You need to standardize the thing. You need to make the features a little bit less in order to standardize the thing, in order to make your model to to adjust, or to you can say to explore the patterns in the data. So here we have a GPU. Then again, I will check the, after applying the calculation, I will check the unique values here. I'm sure that these thing will be very less. There are 51 unique values. So you can say that I have almost more than removed the more than standardized the more than 51 features, and now our model will perform very well. Now if I click on here, so it has been clearly seen that our data is looking pretty good. If I compare it with the past data, then it was actually looking a little bit dumb data, rubby data, you can say. And now after doing the pre-processing, my data looks very good. Now it's the power of feature engineering. Now let's perform the data pre-processing on these two things, and after that we will perform the data modeling. So just do it this thing by your own, if you do, if you know, if you have the idea of data modeling. If not, then I will make a video in the future. So hope you liked my video. Subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon, and our next video will be about the data modeling, which is one of the important thing. And we will actually, the like target is 100 almost. I need 100 likes from all of you, so please like my video. Just because I'm a new YouTuber, I want to grow, and I'm trying my best to give you the quality content, to give you that quality stuff which makes you a better data expert. Okay, so subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon, and like the video, and make sure may almighty bless you.